The game!
Really?
Nigeria.
Zimbabwe.
Djibouti.
Nigeria, better known as oil versus soil. Now Nigeria wasn't exactly the brightest bunch. They put all their money in stocks, into oil, and to get more oil they had to tear up all their farmland. And after that, do you know what they found out? Oil doesn't taste good.
But oil drilling has taken a great toll on farmers living in the Niger Delta. Like about 70% of the people in Nigeria, the people in this village are farmers. Farmers and fishermen in the Niger Delta have survived in this part of the world for centuries using simple tools and hard work. But oil drilling has changed the Delta and the lives of the people in the villages. Oil companies have moved large amounts of soil throughout the Delta. Removing the soil has destroyed the habitats of many animals that live in the Niger Delta. Drilling has also moved fertile soil from farms here.
What we are working on now is crude oil, not soil. This land is lost forever. For the next 1,000 years, nothing is going to grow here.
So Nigeria, how do you feel about farmland?
Well, let's just say, if you had some farmland, I had some too, and I had a match, and my match is thrown across the country and starts to burn your farmland. I burn your farmland. I burn it up and use it for oil. What did you think of Nigeria?
Yo, your economy's whacked, dog.
Bravo! That was so touching. That was great.
No, just no. No. What is wrong with that economy? There's just... Ugh! It's disgusting. I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna hurt. Zimbabwe's inflation is so high. Do you know what the most prized possession there is? A wheelbarrow. Why? So you can carry the loads of cash you need to buy a frickin' loaf of bread.
July 30th, and with the stroke of a pen, there were no more trillionaires, quadrillionaires or quintillionaires in Zimbabwe. This followed the slashing of 10 zeros from the Zimbabwean currency by the central bank. The redenomination of the currency meant that $1 trillion turned into just $100, $100 billion into $10, and $10 billion into just $1. The move was aimed at curbing hyperinflation, but it appears it has had no effect on the economic disaster in the once prosperous Southern African country. The rate of inflation continues to skyrocket. The Central Statistics Office in Harare puts the inflation rate at 11.2 million%, the highest in the world. Experts believe it could be much higher. But just what does an 11.2 million% rate of inflation mean? In Harare, they call it the hour economy. Prices of goods change by the hour. It has been a gradual increase in prices of goods. In November last year, when the governor of the central bank slashed off 3 zeros from the currency, a loaf of bread and other basic commodities cost a few hundred Zim dollars. By December, you needed hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a bread. By January, a loaf of bread and things like tomatoes were costing millions. By April, it was billions. The old currency will still be in use until the 31st of December. Supermarkets have to quote each item in both currencies until the end of this month as Zimbabweans try to adjust to the new figures. A cash shortage has gripped Zimbabwe after the central bank set a withdrawal limit. Individuals and companies are allowed to withdraw 300 Zimbabwean dollars a day. That's just $1. For now, Zimbabweans are welcoming the convenience that comes with dealing with smaller notes and figures as they peg their hopes for economic recovery on talks between the ruling ZANU-PF and the opposition movement for democratic change.
According to newly released figures for the month of July, the country's annual inflation rate hit 231 million%, a rise from 11.2 million% reported last month. And even though the figures are from July, which was before the power sharing deal, reports from Zimbabwe suggest that prices of many goods have continued to shoot up, while the value of the Zimbabwe dollar continues to plummet. In fact, there are reports that the government has allowed some shops to sell in foreign currency. Unemployment is reported to be about 80% of the adult population. An international economic package to help bail out the embattled nation was expected after the main political parties signed the power-sharing deal. But so far, the two sides are yet to agree on the makeup of the new cabinet. Critics of Mugabe say he triggered the economic crisis when he began seizing white-owned farms for land redistribution ahead of parliamentary elections in 2000. But Mugabe blames Western sanctions, which target him and his chief supporters, for wrecking Zimbabwe's economy. Jane Keo, NTV.
Dog, how would you describe your inflation?
Well, our inflation's kind of like a balloon. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. But it never pops.
What did you think of Zimbabwe?
You know, dog, I just couldn't get into it. I wasn't feeling the vibe. Don't be tripping, fool.
Bravo! That was amazing! It was truly the best performance I've seen tonight. Bravo!
Deja vu. Do you do that for like everything? I'm serious. Everything is always, oh yeah, I loved it. Everybody look at me. No. Zimbabwe sucks. Don't even go there. I don't care if you get the tickets for free. Ever. Ever.